so to me, Tisha wasn't on. Tisha didn't do the interview. If this is what you mad about, really, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, even if she did do an interview, Marsau is the one who's your boy. So like, so that part I didn't understand. I'm like, and if you have the proof, she asked you, show her the proof. And I do agree with Maurice on this. I don't think Martell really has anything, because what's the purpose of holding on to it now? So, or why have you been holding on to it for 6 years or whatever, if you have these messages? Now, maybe whoever it is that was, I don't know what was in the message. Maybe someone sent him something or whatever over time. But I'm like, okay, if you have it, show it. I think that's a valid point. And nobody is really acting like they don't think Marsau cheated. Everybody is like, oh, okay, you know. This is an explosion of the friendship. We don't respect each other. Da, 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 da. So,
Erica, can we mention real quick, through that entire nonsense of an argument, no one ever said, Martell, you lying.
Right, exactly. Well, I should say, or maybe Marsau said it, but nobody else.
He repeated, he was like, I was fucking bitches after you. He never said that's a lie. He just repeat what Martell said in a question. The only one who said he was lying was Tisha. And that was when he was like, could have had you. And she was like, that's a lie.
Although Marsau did say when he was talking to Kimmy, that's when he said, I didn't sleep with the woman or whatever. He said something to that with Kimmy, like I didn't do it. And Kimmy was just like, no, I understand that. And not like I believe that, but she was like, I understand that that's what you're saying today. But so, and everybody was so quiet, where it was like, if they thought Martell was lying, they would have, said something. So, or they, to me, I'm like, for Kimmy to come up to Marsau afterwards and be like, oh, you should have stood up for her and stuff. Well, you didn't stand up for her.
Sorry about that.
You're smoking crack. You know she too, right?
Okay, I'm gonna close caption now, because they didn't bleep anything. It's just like what you said, Erica. They was really like talking a lot. But hold on.
And I saw it in person. I saw it. After me, you're smoking crack. You know she too, right?
All he said was, that she effed somebody sitting and said their name. She never said her name. I don't know who it was.
And I saw it in person. I saw it in person.
And Martell watched.
You be your narrow.
Do Martell.
Hey, we're not about to address that. Don't even address that, please.
I think that
So that's the part they said. I mean, I looked at the closed caption. He just said a person's name, and for some reason he did not want that conversation. And I noticed how he didn't make no moves about anything. But when it came to that conversation, if you notice, he wanted to put a stop to that real quick. So, Erica, did you want to elaborate more on that scene? Because that scene,
so now on that scene, he's saying Tisha slept with somebody, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And then when he says, I saw it, is he talking about Tisha and this guy, or is he talking about Marsau sleeping after him?
I'm thinking something about Tisha, because the whole time I kept looking at it, he said, you are beyond nasty. You're nasty. You're nasty. This is what he said verbatim right after that. I just watched it just now. Every word he said, you're nasty. I saw it in person. You're beyond nasty. You're nasty. You're nasty. So he was talking about Tisha.
Okay. And he's
saying, I didn't go to college, but I went to school. And so we could all say, oh, we saw how you was, girl. You were out there. You were nasty. You were da-da-da-da. Because people can say, we were back then. We saw it. You didn't actually see it. You just heard rumors. So I think that might be what he's saying. I don't know if he actually physically in the room.
Right. See, that's what. Okay, so this is to me where my confusion comes in. Okay. One is he says, I saw something with my own eyes. I don't think he means I saw you wilding out. I think he means whether it was him Tisha and his boy or Marsau sleeping with somebody after Martell hit it, I think whatever room he was in, he saw something go down. Or at least I think that's what he is saying. I'm not saying it's truthful or not. And two, because yeah, so the whole thing with Tisha, and to me, I don't understand. Yeah, so I still don't get when he's saying, because when I saw it, he was saying to Marsau, you're nasty, right? So I don't understand. Is he saying
he's talking to Tisha?
After me, when you're smoking crack, you know she right.
Because he said what he said was, you know, she effed so and so. Then he said you, and then you effed her too. So he's talking about Tisha, who she slept with in college.
Okay, I see.
And then he's also saying to him, well, yeah, I know she slept with such and such, and you slept with her too. And this is what he says.
And I saw it in person. Ooh, you nasty. What girl? You be nasty.
So she's talking to her by saying, you're beyond nasty. And she said, what did I do? So for me, to that point, I'm gonna say, since I actually really looked at it again and broke the scene down again, that's where I feel like as a man, Martell, you foul, because the whole argument was between you and someone else. You really went at her with that whole situation to call her beyond nasty, to put her stuff out in the street when she wasn't coming for you. Your beef has always been with her husband, but you weak to me for you to take it to his wife because you can't handle her husband. Or what's the deal? What's the tea? That's in my opinion. I don't like that. Go ahead, Erica. That's foul.
Okay. So
I can't let you go to respond to that as well, but go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't get it. So to me, one is, if what you're saying, to me, what it sounds like he is saying is that there was some sort of threesome train, something going on where somebody slept with Tisha and then Marsau hit it afterwards. And Martell saying he saw it. Okay. And if that is the case, then what does that have to do with anything? Like, I don't see how it's relevant. Tisha was never your boy. You know what I'm saying? To me, my understanding is you were friends with Marsau. So Marsau was the one who's saying he don't have respect for you. So now why are you bringing out whatever she did in college, which was like, you know, maybe she do threes. Who cares? Like, it's not really your business. And how is now Marsau nasty because of something with his wife?
No, not Marsau nasty. He was saying that Tisha is nasty. He said he's talking to a woman. He's completely. That's why when I looked at the scene again, I knew you guys can hear the audio of it. He directed his attention to Tisha, and if you actually think about it, and I love breaking things down like this, he put a lot of attention to Tisha, even to the point of saying, "I could have had her. She did you a favor because you were ugly. I could have had her." Even when they first got there, the first thing he said was, Tisha, I knew that was you. I was like, who was that? I caught that as well. I caught that, Martell. So to me, most of your stuff was coming to her. Is it the truth of the matter is you're actually mad because you wanted her before you wanted Mel? Let's keep it all the way above. Because why are you giving her so much heat about stuff that y'all did in college? You probably was just as foul, or not foul, excuse me, just as out there as them for you to be knowing what's going on, using the thick of it as well, sir. So how can you judge her or him for doing what they did and then deciding to get married because your marriage failed, sir? Period. This is irritating me. Go ahead, Eric. I'm sorry. I had to get
No. I agree. I agree. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I agree. Wait, I want to hold on. Let me turn. I want to actually see, because I feel like when I was I was looking at it, let me actually look at it, because to me it was something about the camera angle that seemed off at that part that I didn't like. But anyway, okay, so one thing I didn't like was also with Destiny leaving and saying that, hold on, sorry, I'm looking at it. Looking at it. Sorry.
Well, go ahead. I want to get my cheeks to respond.
Yeah, go ahead. Just my cheeks. You go ahead and respond.
I really wanted to hear her opinion about a lot of stuff I was saying, because I just had to go in on that whole thing. But go ahead. Why you come for Tisha like that? You a grown man.
He not a grown man. He a whole clown. He
Mm.
came for Tisha because Tisha was piping up saying, show it, show it, show it. So since Tisha jumped in it, but that's her husband. I ain't mad at her for jumping in it.
Right.
That's why he came for Tisha. I think if Tisha would have stayed mute like Kimmy and everybody else, she probably would have stayed out of it. But she piped up at her husband
As
and
she
she
should.
caused some stress. As she should. But above that, I'm not piping up to defend nobody that ain't piping up to defend me. As soon as he called me a bitch and I'm nasty and all that, and my husband is sitting back there just letting me fight alone, I'm going to the car and I would have said, fuck everybody. Fuck all of y'all. Y'all
He
all have
didn't care about cheating. Come on now. When all he did was, we're not going to talk about that. That is the only reaction that he did.
Immediately, because I don't know what YouTuber I was watching. No, I was watching Millie Chan on, that's her name, right? On TikTok.
Go ahead. I know something, but go ahead.
She reviews the show on TikTok. She said at that moment, Martell shouldn't have had any teeth. And I agree. His whole mouth should have been busted out. What you mean you calling my wife a bitch?
Period.
2 feet away from me.
It didn't make
Y'all
any kind of sense.
Or Stormy, when Stormy called Marsau a bitch.
He brought that mess up. He brought that up as well. And I'm just like, bro, like, you talking about that when freaking Nail called you a bitch out there in the damn field. Now you know I'm gonna talk about all of it. You cannot get up. Look, y'all cannot pick and choose. I don't like that. If I'm gonna be mad about something, mad. Oh, so and so called me a bitch. So and so.
Martell said it with aggression, and he said it with all disrespect. And you sat there on mute and let your wife fight alone. For that, I'll just never respect. I ain't never had no respect for you. But I really don't now. You keep proving me right, so why I don't have any respect for you. So that's it.
Okay, come on, Erica, because you know we haven't got to your part, but the ring part, and we have a lot more to cover on this episode.
Yeah, no, I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah, so now that I see it, because they were standing next to each other, and I was like, I know he's not saying Tisha's nasty. Like, that's so crazy to me.
That's
that's just so trifling and just disrespectful. And really, at that point, I don't see how any of them is just sitting there and he's calling her nasty, and she's like, but I was in college. I don't know. I mean, I don't see how not just Marsau, but anybody who was her friend is going to sit there and basically let him call her a full-blown hoe, basically.
He called her a full-blown bitch.
Damn.
You a bitch. And every man up there was mute. No one fought for Tisha. No one said, nah, that's too far, Martell. You ain't have to call out her name, none of that. Everybody sat up there on mute. And it's gone too far. It's too far. And I'm tired of y'all getting into confessionals, checking him. Oh, he ain't gonna be happy until he messed up his man. Like, check him in person. Y'all, when y'all get around Martell, y'all pussyfoot around his issues. Y'all rubbing him, woo-woo-ing him, and he's out here destroying everybody, just saying whatever he want to say. But everybody, when they getting a one-on-one, y'all want to kiss his ass. I don't like it. This is probably gonna be my last season. I know I promised I would review it. It just makes me angry.
It does. I'm look. This is me talking about it, like just being, completely. It was another. Let me see if I can say this. I don't know how many panels, how many times we've done this. We said this where the men and some of the women have sat back and said nothing. Why? Somebody's been disrespected. How many shows have we talked about this on?
Melody face. They all want to jump and tell Mel how she wrong, how she disrespectful, how don't nobody want to be friends with her. But he's doing the most disrespectful stuff I've ever seen on national television and outside of that Zeus network. But and y'all just sitting up here, y'all continue to be friends with him. Y'all yell at him for 2 episodes and then y'all back to drinking, because he even said in this episode, where if he want to come to Black and spend money, he could be welcome to Black. No, you can't come to my business calling my wife a bitch, calling my wife a whore, putting all her college pays on TV. No, you can't come.
That was crazy. That's still crazy to me. Erica, you back, mama?
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. So, because I want to go ahead and get off this, but I mean, this was a hot topic. I'm really happy that we did get into it. So, to your final thoughts about it, honestly, bringing up all her college stuff and embarrassing her to me because he embarrassed her, and I know that a lot of people did know what was going on as far as Tisha's college escapades, but again, they were in college. It makes no sense to me for you guys to be so upset about that. Like this, come on,
We're
go
not
ahead, Erica.
judging.
Well, one, I just don't like that he called her. Well, one, that he called her nasty. Two, I don't like, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, to me, does she owe you some sort of allegiance? If you thought she was nasty, have you been faking it all these 20 years or
Right.
whatever? Like,
Mhm.
if
Period.
she's your friend or whatever, to me, she was. Why do you have so much heat for her? And you know, or you should know, or you should have something on Marsau.
Mhm.
To me, I don't see revealing who she slept with in college because it ain't no allegations out there that she cheating. So
Right.
how is that even relevant to the conversation? That just makes her, basically, you trying to get at Marsau by disrespecting her, and that makes you less than a man, really.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Come on now.
And
Agree.
you should, like, I'm sure you done caught Marsau doing plenty of stuff on these road trips that y'all used to take. So why is it suddenly relevant? Now you're just so angry. You're just lashing out to say anything about anybody, like, at this point. And that's just, and I don't know. Like, to me, and Tisha, I feel bad for her because it seems like, because she's, I don't want to say she's submissive or whatever, but because
kind of submissive, I guess.
Because she's not really fighting for herself. Like, to me, once he started talking about stuff that she did, it's a whole nother argument now. You know what I'm saying? You on national TV trying to make me look like trash because my husband cheated on me. Like, it just doesn't even compute why he's burning these bridges and kind of going down this path, kind of getting crazy.
Well, let's go ahead and jump into, I guess I call it tea time, because Mayo didn't want to go on the trip, but I see her being messy again because she wants to get all the tea, what happened, but not actually be on the trip. So she's sitting down with Tisha to find out what's going on. You know, they have their really conversation, But
Kamisha,
they do.
Quick.
Go ahead, mama.
Quick. Is it true, because I know y'all follow the Instagrams and stuff, that it's some kind of court order where Mel and Martell can't be in the same room together? So that's why she wasn't at field day? Because that's what they were saying over there on the Facebook.
Really? Hold on.
That it's some kind of court order, or what they call a restraining order, something.
A protective order. I feel like there was a protective order in place.
I'm gonna look it up.
I thought there was one, actually.
You mean after that mess that they happened before with the text message?
With the text message, and then after what happened, something happened in court, and then it seemed like she was granted a protective order at some point. And she was trying not to film with him. That is my understanding.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me see.
I'm
gonna share my screen. Hold on. Anyway. Everybody coming into the chat. Let me see real quick. First of all, let me say shout out to everybody on YouTube. Like 50 y'all watching, but I also can see a lot of you guys are watching on Kid My Cheese TV channel and Erica's. I want to say shout out to everybody. Let me see. Can y'all see? Okay, so what it says here: Martell violates the no contact order and must not have any contact with ex-wife Melody Rogers. Martell is back in legal hot water as his harassing communications appeal hearing approaches this past Friday, Alabama. And this is 12 days ago, apparently. I just FYI. An Alabama judge heard a motion from the Huntsville, Alabama district attorney to revoke his bond order and documents obtained by Urban Bell. The judge issued a no contact order regarding Martell's contact with Melody. Martell could only contact Melody regarding their ongoing custody battle. Despite this ruling, the Huntsville, Alabama DA detailed in the motion that Martell or Martell's associates continuously contact Melody about matters outside their divorce agreement. The DA even includes an instance where Martell demanded to know why Melody met with the DA in their office. The victim met with the undersigned on this date to discuss our upcoming trial. After the victim left my office, defendant contacted her demanding to know why was she there. The victim feels threatened and a fear for her safety now that she's possibly being watched by defendant or someone close to defendant. What the? Now, see, I didn't know any of this part. So people in the chat are saying, Martell conviction in May. Martell just violated in November. Yeah, this is 12 days ago. This is no contact order. It was in place before the text messages. Oh, okay. Since the charges. It's karma the way Tisha has talked about Mel, Sunny, and Nell. Ooh, y'all hot up in this chat. First of all, shout out to all you guys. Real quick, happy Sunday to being here on a Sunday. And we talk about this. How messed up this is. All right, so y'all thoughts. Go ahead, jump in there. Go ahead.
Wasn't there. That's why I mentioned that. That's why Mel wasn't at the field day. They aren't supposed to be filming together, which is going to make the reunion very interesting.
Very much so. Erica, and then we can move on from this. What's your final thoughts on this as well? Because I didn't know anything about it.
Okay, so yeah, I didn't know. Oh no, I think I did know about the restraining order to some extent. Yeah, I wasn't clear how long their order was from and if it was in place while they were doing this filming, or I'm saying the way they played it, it was like she blocked Kimmy or something. She just didn't respond. So that's the kind of way production has showed it to us, and I guess I don't understand. Yeah, it's almost like, are we watching different shows? Like she's I don't know. She films on her own little path. I'll just put it like that. And so it doesn't seem to be engaged with the other people. So, but honestly, did she need to be there for this mess? No. Also, what I didn't really like was Destiny acting all shocked and surprised when, like, I don't know if production told her to do it or whatever, but like, you did set it up to pop off like that. So why are you now like, oh my gosh, everyone's just sitting here. Now I'm going to leave.
Not the funny voice. I'm just like, I
have confusion. You started this mess. At least if Martell is your friend, go to bat for Martell. But wait, now you're just walking off to your car and everybody else is still seated. Like, what?
Look, you just need left. I would have left way before this.
Oh, please. I would have already gone with a lot of people. I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
So, them talking about everything, I do want to get into the alleged mugshot because that topic, they had a lot of small talk, blah blah blah. But I really want to get into the mugshot because I really want to get you guys' opinion about this. But Lord, we just gonna talk. Destiny did. Okay, so this is the thing. Now, the red lipstick and not red lipstick. So what I have in the chat for the poll, 49% says yes, they saw red lipstick.
Really?
14% said I don't know, and 37% said no. So I'm curious to know, ladies, as we are looking at this picture, and we're going to probably examine this. What do we think? Red lipstick or no? Get my cheeks TV. What's your thoughts, baby?
These big ass bifocals on my head. I don't see nothing.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Let me go ahead and be clear. So, well, no, I'm gonna tell you what I see. So if you look at the middle of his lip, because it's only red. First up, there'll be BNS. It's only. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. It's only red to the middle, a little bit over the middle of his lip. Oh, that's about as far as I can go. That's about as far as I can get it. I think. Can I make this bigger? Oh yeah. Okay, there we go. Wow. To me, I'm just telling you the little tint that they're speaking of is right there with the middle, like a little bit over his middle of his lip, and then over to the right. It is red. It is.
Okay, to me, one, it's red. To me, like, yeah, his ears are pink. That's darker than some of his other parts. That's a very, very dark pink. Okay. Which to me, I would say is red. So, okay. 1, 2, I don't know if you're drinking. I said this last week, Kappa juice, Kool-Aid. I don't know anything where those red, white, and blue pops that you get from the popsicles. Like there's only a few things that are going to make your lips this red. And I don't think they're like in what you're drinking. But with that being said, it doesn't mean anything. Like I'm not sure what kind of club he was in or whatever, but easily the same way like you come home and you have lipstick on your shirt. Does that mean you messed around, or does that mean you were at a strip club and some stripper gave you a lap dance and they whatever on your shirt? You know what I'm saying? Or they, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, if you out and you partying like a rock star, you drunk, just because someone got something on your lips does not necessarily mean.
Oh my God.
It just means you had a good time at the strip club. I don't know. Where was he coming from?
11 o'clock in the afternoon.
Look, well, that's crazy. But
exactly. And there are strip clubs that are open during the day. That's the first thing. And the second thing was there any glitter on there? We need more photos.
Oh my God. And look, the thing about it is, this one for the say, and no shade. If you look at his nose, it's like, because you know how much I love you. I'm light skin. So when you light skin and you get pressed against something, it leaves a mark. If you smush your face, look, stop. I'm being so messy. Look. Oh, Erica like it too. My bad. My leg gets this.
Okay, so Latrice says he was at the Funky Dineva party at Black.
Oh, wow.
After he got out of jail, I need I'm with you now. Run down of the timeline, because Kimmy talking about, was he in the hospital? Was he sleeping in his office at work? Did he not come home the night before and you were looking for him? And I need to know what happened, because apparently he was arrested in the middle of the day.
Yes.
And you know where he was. She just was going about her business. He got out of jail and went to the Funky Dineva party that night and got on live and was still drinking. Whatever. I need to know that when did you start looking for him, Kimmy? Did he not come home the night before?
Not to say Kimmy left him at the party.
I would have left his ass too.
This is
because I
just picked you up from jail and you back out here partying and wilding out with Funky Dineva in them.
That's the okay. Wow, that's crazy. I would be, and I'm not gonna be looking for you after all that. I left you at the party. You still there? I'm not doing that. I'm just not.
So I do think his lips are red.
Okay.
I don't think it necessarily means that much of anything, since he was already drunk, and I'm not clear. Yeah, whether you at a party during the day, like there's not really any facts about what he was doing before he got picked up. So that's a bit unclear. So I don't necessarily think that he was cheating or anything.
Okay.
Because of this, but I do, in this photo here, his lips are red, and I don't think it's from Kool-Aid, and I don't think it was from drinks. So either he had popsicles, or he, or it was from somebody's lipstick.
I mean, Erica, I love how you. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. I love how Erica said it, because it could be many different things. It looks like a lip stain from something, and like Erica said, it could have been from many different things, including somebody kissing him on the lips. Sassy TV from 803, shout out to you in the chat, said yes, an updated protective order. He violated the DA, upgraded it. The chat be going, baby.
But I want to say, forget the Kool-Aid of it all. All we got to do is listen to what he said in that scene. She said
Kool-Aid Gate.
She had been looking for her husband. She had been looking for him. She didn't know if he fell asleep in the office. Once he wasn't at the office, she went to the office, ain't see him there. She started calling hospitals because she's been a nurse. That tells me he didn't come home the night before. Kimmy had been looking for him all day, and then bam, it's noon. You in jail for a DUI. Where were you at, sir? Because she knew he was at Black that next night. So it wasn't the next night she didn't know where he was at. It was the night before she know where her husband was.
Period.
All you listen to Kimmy, and we could tell he was out there doing something he had no business. I don't know about the red lipstick. I'm listening to Kimmy. Where were you at?
So with that being said,
because she said he ain't sleep at home.
No. So with that clue there, no shade, it is one. Erica, how do you feel about it? We got red lips. I'm looking for my husband. I don't know where he at, and we got red lips on the mugshot. And we all know mugshots are taken at a real moment. partaking after some shit went down. You don't have time to wash your face, brush your teeth, nothing. You just going in. You look. Okay. Go ahead. With that being said, hey Pamela, welcome. Erica, she's there.
Sorry, I was reading her her comment. I mean, I still, I definitely think it's lipstick, to be honest with you. Now that the case, I think the case has been dismissed. I remember hearing that. So now that the case has been dismissed, maybe he can reveal a little bit more information about where he was coming from or what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? He could have been at a house party. He could have been with a hoe. Like, who knows? It could be either or. So, I'm not going to say, I necessarily think he's cheating, but he definitely was probably someplace he didn't need it to be, because if he didn't come home the night before, what they say is only a few things open after 2 a.m. Period. So,
So really quick, I want to say shout out to the people that's in the chat. I want to go just people who are new or new here. I've been doing panels with these ladies and just doing panels, period. So I'm on reality TV for years and interviewing casts also on these channels. These ladies also do their own content on their own channel and been through a lot with me, with other cast other shows. And so to me, I feel like we give our opinion and we want you to understand we love you guys. We don't really care if y'all don't like it. I don't want to sound nasty, but I just want to make sure I put that out there. The views and opinions expressed on this panel are those of this panel and are for entertainment purposes only. Do not, and I repeat, do not try this at home. And don't whine in the comments when you don't like it. We don't care. Got to put my disclaimer out there. I just want to make sure I said it because we say a lot of different things. Okay. Pamela says I can't see shit. But if y'all say it must be true. If you rewind it, I did show the order earlier about everything you guys said. But anyway, shout out to all you guys coming to the chat. I really appreciate it. Let's move on because we've been here for like a little bit, and I know I have a lot more. I forgot my notes. Hold on. Okay, so what I also wanted to get into is okay, so at the end of it, do we all feel like it's lipstick or not? I know Erica broke down really well. I'm sorry, Kimba Cheeks. What do you think? Honestly, lipstick or not?
I don't see anything, but I don't need to see lipstick to know he was somewhere he couldn't tell his wife he was at.
Okay, I got what you're saying. I love how you both broke that down different ways. So I'm not gonna talk too much about how Chris goes to see Marsau. Talk about property for a long time. Then they jump into the whole fight that we were just talking about, and I want to go ahead and kind of really want to get into. The only thing they really said was that Tisha, Destiny, when Martell talked, that Tisha accepts everything. Now, I did want to ask y'all about that because from what Martell is saying, she's accepted everything about him since the beginning. And 1% they had an open. Did he say an open relationship? So I couldn't understand what he was saying. Did Martell say they have an open relationship for a couple of years?
I ain't hear none of that. But okay. Tisha ain't accepted nothing that Nell ain't accept.
Wait a minute. You talking about as far as Chris, right? What do you mean by that?
Right. When he out there cheating on Nell, and Nell is still sitting with her husband, so Tisha ain't did nothing there.
Okay, so I understand that point. They come down on Tisha, what pretty much what you're saying, but they all literally at some point in time, including Kimmy, they all do the same thing at some point in time. They do. I know Mel thinks she's moved out of there, but she probably did as far as Martell's the same thing. So yeah, I agree with that. So I do want to get into the conversation of this was the final part of the show. Tricia and Tricia, whatever. I'm sorry, I will get her name wrong. And Mel having their awkward conversation about being awkward. So because literally I felt like her awkward like 5 times. So and Kim, I'm gonna start with you. She said it was awkward and she was kind of trying to say why she left. She really didn't give a good answer she didn't really to me about why she left, but she was saying it was awkward for her and it pissed her off. Mel jumps in as she does and said, well, you helped it make awkward. What are your thoughts, Mama?
I believe Judge Judy says this all the time. If you just be honest, it ain't that hard when you're honest, because a lie, you got to think about what you said. You got to think about what the driveway looked like. What color was the house? Did you spin around in a circle? Did you drive up a mountain or not? If you just tell the truth, your memory will be really good if you just tell the truth. So I'm tired of Tricia, whatever her name is, in this training situation. It's very clear something went down with you and Martell that you don't feel comfortable sharing with the group. That's your business. I don't care. But telling 50 different stories about it just makes it looks more salacious, and you're giving us more to ponder. Where if you would have just said, yeah, I met him up at the White House. We went up the mountain. I trained
the White House
30 minutes, and then I went back home. If you would have just told the truth from the beginning, you was lying to Stormy. So I'm just like, you making yourself look bad. I personally believe something went down, because while if nothing didn't, I wouldn't care. But
100%.
It's only because you feel good.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something, but that whole situation, to me, that lie was such a waste of time, a waste of your energy, a waste of everything. You could have kept there for something else, baby. Lie about something that's real, that's heavy, that you need to be lying for. Not saying that you should be lying, but I'm just feeling that was just a waste of everything and just building up smoke for everybody to call you a liar. And it's literally gonna call you for the rest of the season, and probably seasons to come. It's gonna be come back to this. When we first met, you lied to us. No shade. How you started is how you're gonna finish it. So you'll forever have to eat that. Okay. Erica, what's your thoughts about that, mama?
Okay, well, two things. One is she not only did she lie originally, but she's continuing to lie. You know what I'm saying? She's continuing to be like, so either, you know what I'm saying? Like at this point you have been caught, right? And especially if you know Martell has something on you, right? So just come clean with it. But now continuing, like the cover up is more painful than whatever you did with him. Obviously, he was married. Maybe Mel had left the house a week before. Maybe she hadn't. Maybe Mel was visiting somebody in Atlanta. Who knows? Okay. But what we do know is he was married. And when Mel tried to say to you, like, oh, you went to his house and you didn't know him, then all of a sudden you knew him. Well, then if you knew him, then you probably knew he was married when you went to the house, which is thus why you are lying about it now. Because she's not like she innocently DM'd him and we gonna train. Ooh, let's train. Let's train back at the crib. Let's train down in your basement.
Not the crib.
I know you're married. You know what I'm saying? You're not some random off the street. I could easily go to Facebook and see, does it say in a relationship or not? So what, you know what I'm saying? So that's the thing where it's like, okay, you know, I don't know, because we haven't seen the DMs, if there was any discussion about, yeah, I'm married, but she left me or something. And that's why you went over there. But to go up in a married woman's house is trifling. So I can understand your initial attempt at lying.
Baby, you
look stupid now, and now your lies are getting horrible. So
it was a question for me. No, it was a question for me. It was the questions for me. It was the questions. Mel was like, when did y'all train? What year? What month? Which house? What area? What location? How was the driveway? It was a lighthouse. I left in April. So I was like, what?
Because she wanted to give her a chance to tell the truth.
Mel was right.
And she continued to lie. And it's like, or just say, like, you know, just say, I'd rather not say, instead of like, oh, wait, I think it was light. Maybe it was dark. Now you look like an idiot.
Yeah.
So just be like, I don't even want to talk about it. Let's start anew. I was young. It was 4 years ago. I was younger.
Girl, please.
I was younger.
You was on your dirt. And you want to get in
I
it.
was
Martell don't care
married.
about you.
I was married and he was married. We hooked up in the DMs like both our spouses
Hey.
out. Let's do this. And that's
Right.
what
Real
happened.
talk, real talk. I'm right there. Mel to me had her. I'm sorry, I was right there with Mel the whole time because she was like, you could have pulled me to the side and before I took you on a whole trip, no one, I didn't even know anything about this background. So you look fugazi anyway because you chose to go on a trip with us, knowing that in reality you had been with my ex-husband in our house. That like she said, I left him in that house, filmed this. Like it's not looking good, mama. It's not. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to shame her or anything like that. But to me, she put herself in this position. And she didn't have to. Even if nothing happened, you think I want to pull Mel to the side? We're finna go on this whole trip, mama. I want you to know that I actually did meet your ex-husband. At this place, this address, this time, this is what we did, blah, blah. I would have said it. She didn't even care about doing anymore. I think she would have respected her more if she would have. Going this direction. I saw how Mel was looking. Mel was looking like, damn, you lied about that? So I see why Mel is cynical.
They weren't in their training. I can't even count how many trainers I've worked with throughout my entire life. And ain't none, one of them come to my house to train. We've always met up at a gym, a park, somewhere where you could run and work out. Even when you just discussing the prices, you can do that on the text. You ain't got to come to my house and discuss the price. So it doesn't make sense.
Once Martell told people that he came back to her house, she should have came back to his house. She should have cut her losses and came up with the truth before he did. Period.
He already told his homeboys the truth. Y'all was in there Netflixing and chilling, and we already know what that means. He already told Marsau and his homeboys the truth because that's what they do. They brag about cheating on their wives. Yes. So they already knew. You should have just said, "Yeah, I went back to the house. I ain't know you was still married. I thought he left you." Whatever your reason is, or maybe just not come on the show if you know you done slept with somebody's husband. Maybe you don't need that check. I don't know. But you
and then look at this comment here. Kamisha, DB and Josh says, remember, Martell already said that he and Trish did not train. They watched a movie, LOL.
Period. It was so, thank you, baby in the chat. It was so much going on with this whole Netflix and chill, workout, not workout. You wasn't good enough for me. You didn't look good. I don't know. Keep it a secret. Da 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 da. It's a whole lot about this one incident that turned into it was a training session. Like y'all doing a lot for nothing. Nobody was together at this time, apparently. From what Mel says, they weren't even together. So to me, the lie is even more ridiculous because there's no reason to even have it in the first place. It doesn't make any sense.
Now, I will say this, what they could have done, production, take notes here. Since she came with 2020, she could say everything was locked down and they couldn't go to the gym.
Wait a minute. Okay, that's Tony and Jared said their cousins. Wait a minute. They said that he knew that she knew he was married. Chris and Trish are cousins. What?
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't know if my cousin's friends are married or not. Just because somebody my cousin, I don't know if your friend is married.
Well, that's true too.
No, I think she also said herself, I knew him. She knew he was married.
She knew him in college.
Yeah, she definitely knew. She know, she's like, we're not strangers. Da, da, da. The same way she found him on the DMs and looked through his page, she continued to look and see his wife on there with his kids. She knew that he was married. Ain't no, that right. When she went over there, she definitely knew he was married. I definitely.
She comes up automatically. If you look at Martell, she automatically comes up in the search engine. So you cannot tell me that she did not find something attached to her. Like, come on, man. Even if you're on Instagram, you type her name in. I'm telling you. It follows her for her whole life. So I get what you're saying about that. So I don't believe that. I'm sorry, I don't. And the cousin would have said, oh, well, I'm on the show and this was going on. This is people who know who. Give me a break. Come on. Different circumstances.
I agree with the people in the chat too. That was chilly in 2020 is the height of the C-19. For your children, you shouldn't have been over people's houses training. You should have been in your house protecting your children. Wow. And because we didn't really know what was going on back.
Yes.
At the end
she said it was cold. What do the lonely do for Christmas, girl?
What do the lonely do?
She was cold. Her partner had left her. The boy had left her. And Martell probably got in the DMs like, well, you know, your husband left, my wife left. Let's warm each other up, boo, and watch this movie.
Because if you was really true, Erica, you got a point. She would have said, look, the gyms was closed. I had to come over to the house and give them a session. We couldn't go to the LA Fitness or whatever. That's how you know they lying. Because Erica, that's a good lawyer point. That's a good point.
Y'all can check out. So I real quick, guys. Well, it did give me an opportunity, and then just took it off.
Always with coleslaw, because coleslaw is the true don't care, ride or die. He done been with everybody on national TV, and she's still sitting right there. So yes.
Wait a minute.
Martell said the gym was open, but see, Martell don't know a lie if it the truth if it slap him in the face. I ain't know no gyms open in the middle of 2020. Everything was shut down but the grocery store and the gas station.
Also, Sexy Chocolate 215. Just so that you know, coleslaw can go good with fried chicken and barbecue ribs. You know what I'm saying? Side dishes go well in many different situations. So
but they are also like annoying +1 everywhere you go along the plate. Sometimes they're not always good. Okay, I'm just saying.
Yeah. So you know, so I'm sure he was still, you know,
he was still with her and everybody else too.
Exactly.
That's just I don't know. That's just a lot. Okay, but real quick, I want before we've been on here for a while. This has been a good live. We have over 100 people watching. To be honest, we had let's see. About 36 watching from my Twitter, 55 on YouTube, some on Kid Cheese TV's YouTube, and over 50 on her X. And Erica, your YouTube as well is Erica. So it was some people in here watching. So real quick, I want to we're coming up really soon. Ready to Love should be coming up, I think, in January, hopefully. Like they did last year, and just want to show y'all really quick of a couple of interviews I've done this year. I'm gonna play the whole thing, and then I wanted the girls to talk about what they're doing on their channel, and we're gonna do our closing and get up out of here.
Electric company. Oh, my lights are shut off, but here go my baby Ab.
Really wasn't in danger of being eliminated. And
say, you know, our side or tell the truth.
Isn't it so cute? Y'all didn't see me.
You had a date, a group date. They did not show.
In that for real
interaction at all.
Never.
It was really them having conversations and then them choosing just to show like facially. Okay.
And that's no shade, no face.
So I think you need to do this, you need to do that. And I'm like, I live my life great. Like I'm a great
but it's real quick. So we're doing real quick.
With that scene and everything, of course, there was a lot of stuff that was cut out.
Love that. I love that.
Communicating with them. So that's when I said that.
Do whatever you want. You know, when you're in the
a lot of things happening.
You know, I need an acting job or something. They gotta give me something for that, right?
Like go back to high school. I don't have time for these bullshit ass games.
Alignment. And then coming on screen.
Yo, do you remember taking this picture and some dude pulls up?
Like, you know, saying my opinion. And then
so I'm really proud of my work that I've done. That's only a little bit of interviews I've done. I've done interviews with other networks as well, but Rich Love is where people know me for the most. And so I post that first before everything else. Anyway, I have some interviews coming up. I think the final of the summit for CBS just came on last weekend. And so I'm setting those up for CBS, working with them about that. Make sure y'all follow Erica on her channel. Keep My Cheese TV. Make sure you type in the chat as well, because we have over almost 200 people watching right now. Almost 150 people watching right now at this time, collectively all together. Keep My Cheese TV. What you got going on your channel, Mama?
Right now, the usual. We're winding up with Survivor and the Challenge in the next few weeks. Real Housewives of Potomac, Bell Collective. Me and Abby will be starting Love Never Lies and The Ultimatum on Wednesday nights. And I'm really looking forward to Ready to Love. It's been on a break, and I think on network we needed a little break. Y'all was cranking them out. We need a little break, and I'm ready to see people play in my face again. And I'm gonna be rooting for y'all, but I know the tea.
And that's the We Review panel. We've been covering Ready to Love for actually, I don't know the first time we started doing it, because I was covering it by myself. Then when I made the We Review panel, it's been years. We're kind of like The View for Ready to Love. Everyone knows to come to my channel every Saturday, and they know we're going to cut up. We've had guests be mad at us on the live, during the live, in the chat. It's been a mess. It's a lot to be going on. You got to be a part of it to understand. Thank you for subscribing to everybody. Erica, what you got going on your channel, mama?
Okay, so today I'm going to finish up with Life After Lockup and do a review recap of the season finale of that show. I am going to do this week, I'm going to do some 90 Day Fiance stuff, Potomac, and I think I'm going to do Beverly Hills, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And then I'm actually going to add a couple of scripted shows. So
okay,
I think I'm going to do The Madness, I believe. So I will keep you guys posted on that. And yeah, it'll be fun. And actually Love During Lockup starts, I think, next Friday. So I think I'm probably going to do that one. But yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. Why is not my thing? Okay, there we go. All right, guys. This is Kamisha Reviews, the Queen of Reality TV, all things reality TV. Make sure you guys follow me on my Apple Podcasts, Google, and Spotify, and actually all podcasts, because this episode today will actually be posted on podcast today. If you guys do not always want to be on YouTube, all of my shows, everything, my interviews, everything is always posted on these podcasts. Please check those out as well. And hit the Cash App for everybody. Also, of course, you guys know mine. But make sure you also hit up Kiss My Cheeks TV and Erica. Don't laugh at my type in the chat, y'all, Cash App, please, so people can donate if they would like to as well. But we enjoy doing this anyway. All right, guys, that's all we got for today, and that's all I got. Love y'all down. This is us. We out of here. One thing I want you guys to know, and that nothing that will never change about this, I am the queen of reality TV. Don't get it twisted and don't doubt it. It is what it is. Period.